All right, so we're recording, we're live, and I wanted to talk about communicating openly. I'm not going to make this too long. And there's an element to communicating um, openly that I've learned that because we're doing it, it has opened up so much more to our relationship. Um, and I just haven't seen this type of relationship. I just haven't seen it modeled to me, maybe anywhere. Um, I just never seen it. And talking to different people, that most people say like, well, you don't have to tell your man and your woman everything. Like you got to keep some secrets, and that seems to be the theme of a lot of people that I've spoken to. Not everybody, but a lot of people that I've spoken to say this type of thing. Right? They talk about this type of thing, and so, and I used to be this way too as well. And there came a time um, where I no longer could think these thoughts. I no longer could have this state of mind. Um, I had to create my own state of mind um, where we, as a couple, were the king and queen, and 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 open communication like brought that out. Open communication um, gave for me it gave me power to be able to communicate openly and to tell all my darkest secrets and to tell all my frustrations, to express and to share all of these things that share who I am with you. It has given me power. Um, and obviously you have to stay congruent and whatnot. Um, to who you are. And on TRESHO9, that's what it's all about. I've been talking a lot about men and being congruent and being um, and stop cheating and stuff like that, um, and get your balls back, to be able to share with your wife or your girlfriend or your lover, whoever it is you're sharing it with, whoever that may be, um, to to actually share that part of you and all of you. Like be present, be emotionally available. I heard a quote, um, and it said the husband was talking, and he basically was like, I wasn't a good listener, and I'm in the middle of a divorce at this time. I was in the middle of a divorce, and I wasn't listening at all, and to his wife or his children, um, because he was making tons of money, and just didn't have the time. And he said, there's the I learned that I needed to listen, and in listening, if you change those words around, if you change those letters around, actually not words, it's only one word, but in that word there's a whole world in a word, and most people don't always, like, I don't always think about that. I don't always think that when you say the word try, like try doesn't make any sense to me. Like, oh, I'm trying. That's like telling a woman, like, are you trying to be pregnant? And if she's already pregnant, like, are you trying to be pregnant? That doesn't make any sense. Like, you either are or you're not. You I don't know, like, I'm trying to clean up, and you're cleaning, like, then you're actually cleaning. You're not trying. You're in the mode of doing um that very thing. And when you take the word listen, there's an element in there. Change the words, change the letters around, and it becomes silent. It's the same letters, same letters. And when and correct me if I'm wrong, a woman doesn't need to be fixed. She's not looking for you to fix her. She's looking for you to show up emotionally, be emotionally available, be present in the moment, be there. Almost like a girlfriend, almost, but you're not because you have a penis, so you're not. not a girl in this case. Um, and yeah, I just wanted to. Am I even live? Oh yeah, I am. Um. Anyway, yeah. I don't know. That was my intro. That's all I have. That's it. That's the whole video, Doug. She's just here for props. She's here to look cute and sassy. She's not sassy at all. Um, but she has black nails on, and then ever since she did that, she's thinking that she's badass. Um, super duper funny. Um, so yeah, that's the intro. But yeah, so communicating openly, like uh, for Tamra, what does that mean to you? What does communicating openly mean, and what has it done to you? What has it done? Has it changed you? Has it um made you a better person? Made you a bad person? Like what is that?
Um, I think that for me, so I guess there's two sides. I guess it would be for you communicating how it affects me when you communicate openly to me, and then also how it affects myself when I'm able to communicate openly to you. So,
Mm,
um, when you communicate openly to me, it makes me feel safe, and
mm.
it
Why
makes
is that
me.
important? I don't know why it went like this. Like like the mic can't pick it up. Why is that important? Why? I mean,
As
is it is like a okay? Go ahead and answer that question, then I have a comment.
Okay.
Good, sorry.
Yeah, I think for sure as a woman, in a relationship with a man, in a relationship in any way, I want to be able to feel safe, and be able to know that you're telling me um, everything up front and truthfully, and there's nothing that you're hiding. Because when you're hiding something, then it makes me feel unsafe. It makes me feel like I have to be on my toes because something might come up or something might come out on accident or something, like
Mm,
a surprise or something. Um, so yeah, so I feel like I do desire to feel safe and
mm.
protected, and
I'm gonna take notes.
that you are
Just in case I forget.
um, that you are in this relationship, like it's
Yeah.
important for it tells me when you're sharing yourself with me, it tells me
Mm,
that I'm important to you and that
mm,
you want to share your life with me.
mm,
um, and then for me to be able to express whatever I need to express, um, it helps me it it lets me not have as much worry because I feel like I am I always want to please, and I always want to make sure everything is just right, and I know that that's not possible all the time, but I strive for that. And so then I'm able to express that and say, this is what I'm trying to do. Did this like did this dish that I made, did it work? Didn't work, okay. And we've had to work on that on both sides. Like, you had to work on being able to let me know whether or not you liked the dish,
mm,
and then I had to work on not getting angry if you didn't like the dish, because I asked the question, so I have to take the answer either way because I want the truth. But if I get mad at you every time you tell me that you don't like it, then you're not going to tell me you don't like it because I'm gonna get mad at you. So
mm,
I had to learn how to take that criticism and say, okay, that's that he just doesn't like it this way, or let next time I can try it this way, or whatever. Um, so it's given me the freedom to be able to say, one, like, I don't like something that you're doing, um, and also to ask the questions of, am I doing everything that I can for you, like, just freely. And so it allows me to
mm,
express it, and so that I don't have to like think about it in my brain, because when I express it and we talk about it, I feel so much more at peace. rather than me having the conversation in my head, because most of the time the conversation in my head doesn't go the same way as when we actually talk about it.
Yeah,
You know,
true.
you know,
It doesn't. There's always two sides to a story,
yeah.
and it the one of the things that going back to the safe issue or the safe point that you made, um, I think that's super critical. I'm hearing a theme. I'm really hearing a theme, and just with when it comes to relationships, I ask a lot of questions um, to a lot of different people, and I will put myself in positions to learn about relationships because it's everything to me. Like there's nothing more important than a relationship. There's really not. Um, and I'm not good at it, but that's why I'm doing what I'm doing. You know, um, I got books on it, and I got you know mentors and coaches and whatnot, just so that I can become just that much more, um, have that much more courage and that much more knowledge and wisdom about the situation as it relates to us. You know, I don't know what you guys are going through. I have no idea how you guys do your relationship. Um, and then even when I say that, my higher self goes, "Yes, you do, Mark, because of who you are." Um, most people are on a script. Most people are on a script, and they're thinking they're not on the script, but yet they are on a script. They're on a script of, well, I don't want to tell you everything. I want to keep some secrets to myself because then I don't feel like an individual. The heck? What? I've been there, and for me, it just didn't work. I'm like trying to figure out how is it working for you? How does that work for you? Because I've been doing all the research and it hasn't worked. Keeping secrets doesn't work. We just watched a movie Mulan, and on her sword, the Disney one with the real people and the real people with like humans
It's not
in there.
cartoon.
It's not cartoon. There you
Mhm.
go. And there was three characters on the sword, and one of them was truth, and they had to yell it out. Right? What was the other one? Truth and honor.
Mm.
Truth, honor,
Loyalty,
loyalty,
loyalty, honor,
honor,
and
and
truth. I
truth.
think is those three.
Right?
I think so.
Those are some good pillars to
Hmm.
have a relationship actually.
Yeah.
And in the story, they're raising they're yelling it out and raising their swords. Mulan couldn't say truth because she wasn't truthful because she was lying about her being a woman in this imperial army, right? And she was willing to die for that. And so the fact that people that say, let's hold this secret, let's not tell the truth, let's hold this secret, they think that like that works for them because that keeps them as an individual. And it's like, no, 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 no. Sharing, understanding that I hold space for her, she holds space for me. I'm sharing this with me sharing my life with her, and then she sharing her life with me, and then we're two individuals, and then we're really three people. We're really three people because it's like we have one, two, and then the one that we're together, and so we're already a triad. You know what I'm saying?
Nice.
We're already a triad, and it just makes more sense. And when you live on this side of it, when you experience what we've experienced, and we're just at the beginning stage. We're in the first quarter. We're in the beginning of this. We're in the first quarter of this thing we call life. Like Prince said, we're just starting. You know what I'm saying? I felt like when people ask me how long have you known Tamara, I'm like 3 years. You know what I'm saying? But really, it's been like 13, 12 or 13. But I
Longer than
was,
that, because we know
oh
each other.
shoot, longer
Because
than
we've
that.
been married
Oh, no, I'm
12,
tripping.
13
I'm
years
tripping.
now.
I'm only talking about the marriage part. Yeah, we knew each other way before that since
Yeah.
you were in the seventh grade, eighth grade.
No, I was
Hi,
17.
I mean, 17. I don't know.
It's okay.
I'm not a good listener. I don't pay attention. I don't pay attention. Um, but what was I talking about? So
you you feel like you only really know me in the last 3 years.
yeah. So in the last 3 years, we've devoted ourselves back to each other, if you will, reconnected ourselves back to each other in order to say, you know what? Let's really. I got popcorn in my mouth. Excuse me. I feel like a dog. Like they're always licking themselves, looking around except I could lick my nose. That would be pretty
Oh,
dope
I
if
thought
I
you said
could.
you could. I was like,
Uh-uh.
yeah, I didn't know that.
Oh wow. Look at this one. Oh, okay. Yeah. She got the nails and the leopard print and whatnot. And she's like, "Oh, your tongue, what? Oh my gosh." Is that Michael? Michael on a friend of mine on the online.
Mm.
Um, and so being that we can open, we can communicate openly has changed. And so, how do you get there, right? How do you get to the point where you can communicate openly? Well, it's really easy and hard at the same time. You just do it. Um, you you don't look at the fear. Okay, so you don't. I couldn't look at the fear. What I did, I totally did. Um, I looked at the fear, and the fear will stop you from telling. It will stop me from telling you something or sharing something with you. It'll stop that. And how do I combat that? Is through courage. So courage allows me to say, okay, look, boom. I'm even though I'm shaking, even though my knees are knocking, even though my voice is cracking and I'm stuttering, I'm still gonna get this through and say it. I'm gonna say it. I'm gonna do it, and because it's me sharing myself with her. And so I remember when we were at um, PCC, this church in Redwood City, and my friend Tony Gapstone at the time had his first movie, his first short film. Hold on, our kids are girl. We have two girls and they're chatty catties right now.
Ladies.
Shh. And the movie was only 11 minutes. It was Neighbor. It's called Neighbor, and it was about the trafficking. Um, in the movie, there there was a girl who was taken and abducted so that they can use her as a slave, right? Modern day slaves, right? Um, Long story short, um, at this screening, at this showing at PCC, he had a couple people on the panel that were real life victims of trafficking, and particularly sex traffic, because there's different types. There's different types of slavery and sex and trafficking. Some people traffic in, like, let's say, Redwood Shores. There was a couple, there was a family that got caught for trafficking because not because, but they had a woman in their home, basically like being a maid or whatever. And so, long story short, after that, there was a guy. Well, in there was a guy on the panel who was molested and was used as a prostitute in the bathrooms at gas stations, right? Wasn't he used as gas
So,
stations
truck stops.
at truck stops?
Hmm.
The truckers would come in and give them, he would pleasure them, um, and so his view is different because he's like, man, all these men are like they're not, and they don't classify themselves as gay. They're just like on the road all the time, so they just like, hey, this is cool. No one's gonna ever know, and let's just go for it. And then of course, he never got paid and whatnot. Um, and after that, I thought to myself, I just remember going out and crying because I was about to tell Tamara of how I got molested, and it was I don't know. I don't remember. I think I blacked out. I
Hmm.
honestly don't remember. I remember. I did tell you, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
but we were
Because I
home.
were we home?
You
Oh
told me
my
here at
gosh.
the house. Yeah.
Oh my gosh. I see. I blacked out. I don't remember
Mhm.
nothing. I was just like, this is so scary. I don't want to say anything. you know. But when you do, you just like, oh, okay, that wasn't that bad. It wasn't that bad because it's like, what is, you know, in my head, I'm thinking Tamara's gonna like divorce me. She's gonna do this. She's gonna laugh at me. Da, 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 I don't know whatever she's gonna do. I don't know. But those are my stupid thoughts. But none of that ever happened. No, no, she didn't the way she reacted was like pure perfection, and caring and loving and completely understanding. Um, but yeah, you fear, you still do it with fear, right?
Hmm.
You still do it with fear. So I'm gonna actually keep this very short. So we're gonna be pretty much done here, but um, we're as a TRESHO9 um, podcast, we're doing these things at least once a week. Sometimes on Thursdays, sometimes maybe on Saturdays, depending on our schedule on Saturdays and on Sundays, depending on our schedule, whether we're at the house or not, to be able to do this. But Thursdays kind of seems to be the day that these lives can happen. Um, if you're on Trey Show 9, there's a link that gets you to all the podcasts. You can use Apple, Spotify, it's all over the platforms. Um, but we are grateful. We're grateful. Um, and anything you want to say? Anything else you want to say? Want to dote on me at all? No, no. Okay. Wow. All
You're awesome, babe. You are. I'm very thankful for you.
right.
And that's the truth. It's true.
So, in closing, actually, I changed my mind. We're gonna keep this thing going here. Don't laugh. Don't laugh at me.
I'm gonna laugh at you.
Okay. See how I can say it in front of you. Feel like there's people watching it, so I'm like, I can say it, and she's not gonna get mad at me. Um, yeah. So 3 years ago, we decided to open the communication, and I decided to begin to unfold all the dumbness that was going on in my life, right? All the thoughts, all the actions that I've taken, all the stupid stuff I've done. I started the journey at that point to unfold and begin to allow and to tell her things that was going on, and it changed my life. Um, and it started with becoming the superior man. It started with becoming the superior man to be able to like, hey, bruh, you are not doing this right. You know what I'm saying? And you want to teach men how to do this when you're not right. You know what I'm saying? Get your life right. Get your life in order. Get your house in order first, and then you can go from there to be able to um, help people. You know, and do it through your mess. Do it through your pain. And so, I as a man, I mean, if you can imagine, if you're a guy and you've ever had a fantasy at all, right? Imagine you had a fantasy of anything, whether it was romantically, sexual, whatever it was, and you played this fantasy out, but you never told this other person. Like, how fair is that? You've kept this thing going. You may be flirting, you may be, you know, looking at porn, you may be having a side chick, you may be having a side guy, whatever the case may be. You may be lying all the time, and that's gotta stop. And it got old for me. You know what I'm saying? It got really old and played out and pathetic, because it was like, how am I living this masculine life that I would like to, but live it authentically? How do I live an authentic life? You know what I mean? How do I live that authentic life, a true authentic life, true authentic, not this fake stuff that's going on. You know what I'm saying? None of that. Mm-mm. No, 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 no. But yeah, we opened it up, and I just started talking about all kind of stuff. Like, I just said it all. Imagine it, and I was talking about it. You know what I'm saying? And it was like, I remember feeling super sweaty and super cold because I was sweaty. I'm just like, my hands are, I was dripping, and I'm like all stiff, and I'm just like, oh, in the dark. Cause I was like, turn the lights off. I don't want to see you. I was ashamed at the time, you know? Um, but it felt good. It felt good to release all those things and get all those things out into the open. Um,
I don't want to say something like
yeah.
on my side, like it wasn't like he told me all these things and I was just like, okay, cool, cool. Like, like it
Oh,
was hard for me to hear a lot of the stuff that he was saying.
oh man.
And so this whole journey really has taken us years, and
Yeah.
so if you're at the point where you're wanting to share things with your partner, your other person, um,
Mm,
just be prepared that it's not going to be an overnight thing. It could be, depending on what you have to share. Um, but it it took me time, and I had to process it, and I had to decide which way I wanted to go. Where was I going with this relationship? Was I gonna stay or was I gonna go? And so he
stay. I do. I go.
go I was singing the song earlier. You were said something, and I was singing the song in my head. I can't remember what it was though. Uh, so yeah, so it's definitely not an easy thing to do, and just know that it's going to take time, and he gave me that time, and he prepared himself. So just prepare yourself that it's they might cry, they might get mad, they might get angry, but if it's
Mm,
a relationship that's supposed to last and that's supposed to be this is what you really want, is to be open and know that person, like really know that person, then it's going to be fine. You're going to work through it.
yeah.
It's going to be okay.
Yeah. And it's a journey because how well do you
Definitely.
really know somebody?
Yeah.
You know.
You can't get to know somebody in one night.
Mm-mm, no.
And this one is, he's always changing, like every day. Like I'll make one meal and then he's like, I like it, and then he'll make something else. I don't like it this time. What?
I change my
And
body. I
yeah,
morph.
yeah.
You know.
So he's always changing. So I'm always learning. So keeps me on my toes.
Yeah. Yeah. That's the second time you said that. Keeps me on my toes. I like that. That's a great position, actually. Yeah. Um. Oh man. Um. One of the things that you, as guys, we just gotta open up, man. You just gotta. I don't know what it is, man. I don't understand how. Why am I talking like that? I don't understand that. That's. I start to talk like a preacher when I'm like serious. Um, I'm just really don't. I'm really not understanding why guys are holding back and not being the men that they are, that they are and they should be. They already are. It's already, you already have it inside you. Why aren't you doing that? I'm off on it. Why aren't you doing that? Why aren't you telling your partner who you are? Why wouldn't you want to share that? Why is it's as if you don't want to be in the relationship? You see what I'm saying? Like if you really want to be in the relationship, be in the relationship. Like be present in that moment. And it's very important. It's very important. One of the questions that I remember Tamara asking me, this is pretty juicy. We're gonna get the juicy stuff now. I'm gonna give you some juicy stuff right now. Some just some nasty, some dirty stuff. Um, not really. But one of the questions, well, it is kind of, was who, didn't you ask me like who is better at sex or something like that, or who is your favorite or something,
Okay.
something like that, something on those lines.
Mhm.
And first I was like, every guy would be like, babe, it's you, you're my only one, and blah blah, all those other girls didn't matter, and blah 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 blah. And I was like, let's just be honest. You know what I'm saying? Let's just be honest. Like, why lie? See what I'm saying? Dude, you imagine if I lied? If I'd be like, oh, babe, it's you. And she's like, oh, yeah, it's me. And then I'm in thinking to myself, like, dang, I just lied to her. And then she thinks this, and I'm over here lying like this. And so the next time we have sex, I'm like, I'm not really going to be even present because I'm thinking, like, I lied. You know what I'm saying?
Mm, mm,
And it she I think she you was like between you and an ex-girlfriend of mine.
Mm-hmm.
And I think the response was, and please correct me if I'm wrong, but I think the response was my ex-girlfriend. It was pretty dope. Like it was just because that was my love, my first love, true love, and we were together forever, like 10 years or something like that. And that was hard. Like when I said that, I remember you like I don't know if you cried or not. I think you did.
Probably.
And then as soon as she did, I was just like, I just got like my throat got like choking. Like I'm like, no, I've heard her, But at the same time, it's like I didn't want to like be like, oh, babe, but you're really good too.
Mm-hmm.
You're really good too, babe. Like, no, no, no. I had to be honest, and like the honest answer is, as far as like the physical part. I mean, sex with Tamara is pretty dope. It's pretty epic. It's pretty epic. It's like it's so epic that I want to share it with everybody. I'm just like, dude, if we can bottle this up and then give it to someone who's sad, like just like not the graphic part, but just like the happiness. Like, here, you're sad. Here, take some of this. Boom, take some of that. You know what I'm saying? You need some of this stuff. You know what I'm saying? Here you go. Um, because it's epic, and it pretty much squashes like all the other experiences I've ever had. Um, and I think because in the last 3 years we took our intimacy to another level, to a whole nother level, and it all of it is amazing. It's truly amazing, and so, but we had to communicate openly to get to that point. To get to that point, we had to communicate openly. Like I don't see, and I became a lot more vulnerable because of it. Because of that, I became super vulnerable. Like I don't know, ask me anything, and I'm gonna say it. I'm gonna tell you because it's like I saw that it gave me power. The power that I needed, that's what I value. It gave me that, and so it benefited me to be open like that. You know what I'm saying? It benefited me to be vulnerable and exposed, and that's a really beautiful thing.
It is.
Yeah, that's a really beautiful thing. So anyway, I'm gonna cut it off here. Um, TRESHO9, thank you for tuning in. Thank you for watching. Thank you for being so dope and so cool. Um, yeah. And if I can just give you some encouragement, I like to give encouragement at the ends of these things. Z, what's up, man? What's going on? Perfect. You came in the perfect time, brother. Because I want to encourage the guys, right? I'm talking to the guys, and she'll talk to the girls. Um, being able to communicate and open up to your loved one, being able to communicate and open up to the person that you decide to love. I don't care who that is. Okay. I don't care. Well, I was going to say, I don't care if it's a dog, but a human, right? Any human, being able to share yourself with them is going to change your life. I'm telling you. I promise you, it feels like the best orgasm you've ever had. It feels like the best poop that you ever taken. It feels like the best food or the best traveling experience you've ever taken. It is it makes your toes curl. I can't curl my right toe right now because I fractured my toe the other day. I stubbed it. Um I didn't even get mad.
No.
I didn't get mad at all, huh? Look at that. I'm changing, y'all. I didn't even get mad. I didn't even get mad. I made a joke out of it. It hurt like crazy. I even heard the snap to it. I heard the snap, and I was like, okay, this something's going on. But don't be like that cereal box when you open up that first layer and there's still that brown part in there that's not really open, you still can't get to the cereal or to the crackers. Don't be that, right? Be all the way open in your communication. We took it a step further, and we looked into various different types of relationships as well, and what that means to us and how we can it enhance our relationship and keep the fire going, whatever that means, right? Um, but try it. Try to be vulnerable. Try to um, see how it works in your relationship. You know what I mean? Or if you have any pointers or ideas or things that you do that have worked for you, we always love to hear those things in the comments and whatnot. In the DMs, you can slide in our DMs. You can slide in my. Is it okay if they slide in my DMs? They can.
Yes.
So she gives you.
Yes.
Yes, she gives you permission to slide in my DMs. Um, and yeah, what would you say to encourage people? It doesn't have to be to women, but just in general.
um just, yeah, I mean, like, it being open is the I mean, why are you going to be in a relationship with somebody and not be open, not be completely honest with them? And allowing yourself and your partner to be open is not easy, but
Mm.
it's super beneficial. And it's such a good thing for, like, for me personally, to allow him to be open and 100% honest forces me to grow, and
Mm.
which makes me a better person. And so I'm grateful for that I have these opportunities to grow, and as we do it more and more, it does get easier to give you space and not react emotionally. And I
Mm.
think it's because our bond is so getting stronger and stronger
Mm.
that those new things that come out don't rock the boat as much. It
Mm.
doesn't rock my emotions as much, because I know that we're still strong.
Mm.
It doesn't, like, the doubt is not as much
Mm.
as it was in the beginning.
Mm.
So it's so nice to be able to be that,
Mm.
and to allow you to be it, and for you to allow me to be it.
Yeah, and watch our kids. Oh yeah, go ahead, read it. Go ahead,
Oh,
read
it
it.
says being vulnerable builds trust and confidence with yourself and those you love. Yeah,
Yeah.
for
Oh
sure.
man. Oh, for
Yeah,
sure.
yeah. Our both of our confidence levels have, yeah, for sure.
Oh man.
Yeah.
That's my girl Stephanie right there, by the way. I don't know if she want me to say that, but sorry.
Well, everybody can see
Yeah.
it. Sorry.
She's amazing, by the way. She's amazing. Anyway, I like to dote on people. I'm not gonna. You're amazing, Stephanie. Thank you very much. Um, I am grateful for you being in my life, um, because you're the first person that I met when I started working at Apple. You're literally the first person, besides the management, but the first person who like shared with me, the first person who opened up, like the first person. And I'm just like, this person's dope. Like I had no idea like I would be friends with this person, um, but it's changed. That's changed my life. So anyway, if I talk any longer, I will cry. So I'm not gonna do that right now. Um, thank you, thank you, appreciate that.
So sweet.
Um, yeah, we need to get together. We all three of us need to get together. We have a lot of questions actually. um, but yeah, so that wraps it up. That concludes it. Thank you for being my host, my guest.
You're
Sorry,
welcome.
I'm the host. Or
The
you're the
co-host.
host. You're a co-host.
I'm the co-host.
We're one though. So
So
we're
we're the
both the host.
hostesses.
We're the hostesses
With the mostesses.
with the mostesses. Yes.
Sure.
Yeah. 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 Cool. Anyway, peace out. Um. Yes. Thank you. I'll hit you up. All right. We're ending this.
Hi.
Bye. TRESHO9. We love you. We love all of you. And and I was gonna say something funny. I can't like. I know COVID is serious, and it really it hits home. And I want to say this. So it hits home because I know I like to talk.
You're the one that says bye, and then
I
12,
know,
20
I
minutes
know.
later, we're still here.
But COVID is serious because I've known people that have gotten it and it's okay, but then it's just that scariness of like what's gonna happen to me because it's so unpredictable. Um, but I got tested the other day because we had an issue and we were exposed to it, and we're good, we're negative. We still take the precautions and stuff like that, but it's like I can't wait to like hug people, like I can't wait. Oh my god. Oh my god, I'm such a toucher and a hugger. This is so, but you know what it does though. It like we'll have our mask on, and I'm like, I'll ask now consent. I'm like, is it okay if I hug you? Like I normally wouldn't do that,
Mm,
but now I totally am.
yeah.
I'm like asking consent for everything.
Mhm.
Like, what do you fist bump? What do you do? Like, okay, 6 feet and mask. Okay, cool. 6 feet and mask. Like, you want me to wear two masks? Okay, two masks and a shield. Okay, cool. I got the shield on. All right. Marco, what's up? I hope you're feeling better today, brother. I hope you're feeling a lot better. But we're gonna take off. I'm hot and I want to watch
I'm
TV.
cold.
You're cold. My toe is cold. It's weird. I fractured my toe or broke it, whatever, and it's cold. Yesterday it was hot. Now it's cold.
He wants to be in
Who?
your live video, Marco.
Okay,
Says requested to be in your
we'll do that. Let's go.
live video. No.
Ah, chicken.
You hit the
It's all
wrong
good.
button. It's all
It's all
good.
good. He's up. Yeah, I hit the wrong button. It's all good. But yeah, man, we're super grateful. This is my birthday month, and just super grateful for. And this is also the beginning of the year for us. December starts the year
Hmm.
for us, for me at least.
Mhm.
Um, and yeah, a lot of stuff. It started off kind of shitty, but now it's better. It's a lot better. Knuckles. We should have our mask on. Like, dude, what the heck, bro?
You're in my bubble, love.
Ill, like totally like
Ew.
ill. All right, this is for real. We're out. I gotta go.
Bye.
Oh, my phone's right here, dude.
Oh,
I'm
I
like,
was looking for
duh,
your phone.
looking for my phone. So we're
You
still recording. So anyway, TRESHO9, folks. Yeah, I got YouTube on. I got everything on.
too.
Peace out. It's been lovely. It's been great. We love you. Bye.